Do you know what? While we're here, let's check in on our Gnorps. Let's see here. We got 60.9, almost nice. We got 21 damn Gnorps. Guess that makes sense. It keeps getting really close to a compression event, but then not quite getting there. And if y'all don't know what that means, don't worry about it. That's not the game we're playing today. We just happen to be looking at it. I kind of want to buy a whole bunch of you guys, because there is an achievement associated with it, and I am nothing if not a filthy achievement hunter. Can do more of this. No? A little bit more of that. That? What else we got? What else we got? Let's see. Could do more jumps. Still don't really care about the academy. Don't care about none of that. I mean, I guess we could get more of these guys. Wait, what did that do for the runners? What the hell? A singular shockwave. Definitely not describe you as an achievement hunter. Raz, you don't know what I do off stream, man. You would be surprised. It's like, well, to be honest, it's not like, what are my thoughts on achievement hunting? It's not that I want to get all the achievements. It's that achievements are often a good way to be like, okay, what's a little challenge I can do in this game, right? What was I going to do? I was going to click on something. What was I going to look at? Oh, I can't remember. What was I going to do? I have no memory. I'm a damn fool. What the hell? Ooh, we can do this. That's for sure. Ooh, and give you this. And hold on. I bet if we get a bit of housing, we can get the other one too. Yeah, we got some housing going. We got some housing. Did I get more than that? I don't know. Costs 5 million. All right, you know what? Whatever. We'll make a couple more of these guys. Just one more. Just one more. Goodness gracious me. Look at all this shit going on. All right. Let's get back to the real game. I got a little bit smaller. Make it so it's hard to tell what the hell's going on. Okay. Was it Friday? Friday. Sure enough. Not to be confused with a fried egg. We're pretty close to having all of the entries. I'm wondering if how long the game is, if it's just like 7 days. Because it seems like most people, like it's a short game. Which I'm not complaining about.
Supervisor Carroll here. Thine accuracy continues to impress those of us above and below the soil. I have updated your permissions once more.
Well, thank you, Carol.
Keep up the great work, employee. Our eyes rest soundly upon me.
Yeah, same. Right back at you. Animation? What the hell? Oh, shit. Isn't that a damn JoJo stand? Patrice.
Satan worshippers in my shed. I think it might be my no-good teenager having joined up with one of those Dungeon Dragon
Rah, like a Dungeon Dragon.
Now, and the next thing you know, I find a dang tree growing in my shed. The tree is all covered in torn-up fabric and some kind of black liquid. Classic satanistic ritual crap, I assume. Tell me what I can do to get these
Torn up fabric and black liquid.
Please
This is new. Let's look over some of these new ones that we've got, huh? Animations are any miniature humanoid figures such as dolls, puppets, or marionettes that are capable of moving on their own. Homeowners with animations most commonly report hearing clattering noises at night and missing or stolen household objects. Animations are usually not directly dangerous to humans and will ignore them entirely as they go about their business, but their presence in a household may indicate the interest of other potentially dangerous parties. Most animations will depart or collapse on their own after completing their intended function, and no further action is needed. If an animation persists for more than a few days in a single location, it may be a sign of more dangerous activity. In these cases, it is advised to contact HSH's pest removal services. A closet labyrinth. That sounds fun. Oh, it doesn't look that fun. But hey, I'm open-minded. Closet labyrinths are large, twisting networks of tunnels that are known to occasionally appear inside of the closets or wardrobes of wealthy homeowners, or left behind in homes once owned by the wealthy. Homeowners with closet labyrinths will often report missing clothes or the sounds of distant cries coming from their closet. Closet labyrinths are incredibly easy to get lost in by design. They are a labyrinth, after all. You might encounter David Bowie and his massive talent in there. And can prove especially hazardous to homeowners carrying valuable items such as gold, precious silk, or rare spices on their person. Why is the closet labyrinth like a medieval highwayman? Yo, I love Tim with the grimy arms, the powerful grimy arms. I should watch Grimmy more. You know what's funny is I don't know if I'd consider myself like a horror VTuber. That is most of like the content that I do. I can't believe I just used the word content, man. Fucking kills me. Well, what I'm trying to say is I don't actually watch a lot of like horror streamers, despite that. I don't know why that is. Self-identified horror streamers, you know. It's not like you have to exclusively do that, but there's lots of good folks up there like Grimmy. If a closet labyrinth is discovered, it is advised to lock or blockade the entrance to prevent accidental entry and diminish the lure of the labyrinth's hidden riches. If it is absolutely vital a closet labyrinth be removed from a home, it is advised to utilize HSH's labyrinth removal team. You may also discover that this labyrinth will cause a proliferation of irritating ergodic literature. Then it may attract Mark Danielewski to your home. No one can put you in a box. No one puts RB in a corner. But I'm saying. Dreamweaver. Good lord. Oh. I was like, that ain't that bad. Dreamweavers are large, spider-like creatures known to weave dreams into reality. They also are known to cause nearby humans to only dream about everything being covered in webs. They will only move into a household if no other spiders are present. Interesting. They are parasitic in nature and feed off the dreams of humans while they sleep. While this does not cause any direct harm to humans, it can lead to increased anxiety, and the large webs they weave can often trap dust, pets, and children, causing further complications. To remove a dreamweaver from a household, homeowners should refrain from sleeping for as long as possible in order to starve the creature and encourage it to find a new home. Listen, I've seen Nightmare on Elm Street. That ain't gonna work as well as you hope. Dreamweavers will often attempt to induce sleep by ensnaring homeowners and injecting them with a sleep-inducing venom. Do not let them do this. Good advice. They try to do that, don't let them. False flower. Kind of in a bit of a sleigh pose. What you saying? What you talking about? What the hell? False flowers are long, slender creatures that vaguely resemble common houseplants. They are known to take root in indoor potted plants, disguising themselves among the flowers. Homeowners often report hearing faint singing. False flowers are harmless if left to their own devices. However, if homeowners attempt to disrupt or remove them, they will often lash out by spraying a toxic chemical known to cause blindness or loss of sight. Blindness or loss of sight. Interesting. False flowers are not to be disturbed once they have taken root. Water regularly and try not to notice their presence. Ignore their singing. Simple as that. Just a straight up kobold? There he is. Looking like a dog man. They're 5-foot-tall humanoid creatures with dog-like faces. Where do y'all stand on the dog versus lizard-like kobold debate? I always consider them a little bit more reptilian in appearance. But if like a dog was a lizard, you know? What if you ever think about that? What if a dog was a lizard? God, just imagine. I guess that's kind of what like a tegu is if a dog was a lizard. Or is that if a lizard was a dog? I'm not sure. At any rate, known to burrow into dark rooms or storage closets and make them their home, homeowners infested with kobolds will sometimes report broken floorboards. Kobolds are harmless to humans until they are discovered, at which point they will often lash out violently to protect their home, causing injury or even death. If discovered, kobolds will attempt to lure humans into their space by poking their dog-like heads out from behind corners and whimpering. Do not ever enter a kobold's domain. One should not attempt to remove a kobold from their home. It is strongly advised to hire professionals and utilize HSH's pest removal service. A rain nymph? Oh God. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I like how they are faint humanoids with a glow in their eyes that often appear near windows and doors, asking to be let inside. I like how asking to be let inside, but in a very like kind of passive aggressive way, like, hello? Can you hear me? Really like to come in. They're subspecies of nymph most active during rainstorms. Rainstorms? Homeowners afflicted with rain nymphs often report flooding. The floods rain nymphs cause can lead to water damage. It can be both costly and dangerous to a home. Makes sense. Rain nymphs are very preventable, and that they're pleased to be let inside can simply be ignored. It is advised to stay away from doors and windows during rainstorms to avoid having to endure a rain nymph's various temptations and threats. How many more of these we got? Trash gnome. I wonder if I guess we've seen all varieties of hob, maybe? Still getting new varieties of gnome. Oh, I see. A subspecies of sprite known for consuming bacteria and harmful microbes. That's very nice of them. They frequently occupy bathrooms, appearing similar to pink bars of soap in order to feed off the hands that use them. They secrete a suds-like substance that is used to digest their meals. Soap sprites, despite their bacteria-eating lifestyle, are frequently known to spread deadly diseases, such as the Fey flu, to humans who handle them, making them a serious household hazard. Well, I thought it sounded nice. Soap sprites are easy to remove and dispose of by way of tongs or other grabbing utensils. Identifying soap sprites can be difficult, so it is recommended to not keep any bars of soap in the household. to ensure they can be identified and removed as soon as possible. That makes sense to me. If you, like, no offense, but if you use a bar of soap instead of just like a pump hand soap thing, what's wrong with you? Join the 21st century. Like, we have the technology. You don't have to rub a weird little soap sprite. Sprout spipe. Anyway, sprig tree. Whoa. They're a rapidly growing tree-like organism that takes root in a human body. They are known to cause structural damage to a home as they continue to grow, generally reaching their full size in a matter of days. They are known to be caused by the touch of a spriggan. The touch of a spriggan. Sprig trees are incredibly deadly to those infected and will result in death once they have reached a certain size. Anyone near a sprig tree, while it is growing in an indoor location, is also at risk of injury or death from the structural damage that will occur as it grows. There is no cure for a sprig tree. The infected individual should be quarantined, while any others occupying the household should vacate the premise immediately. Do not touch the infected person or the black substance. Hey, I forgot what we were looking for, but it sounds like we got ourselves a sprig tree. The black substance that leaks from them under any circumstance. Begin looking for a new home and arrange any funeral service as needed for the affected individual. Now the sprig vines. What's the difference here? Sprig vines are rapidly growing vines that are known to quickly consume a house and block off exits. They are often a sign that a spriggan has been provoked. Sprig vines are not dangerous on their own and can be cut through with common gardening tools. However, their tendency to block exits can create struggles when needing to exit the house in a hurry, such as in the case of floods, fires, or a spriggan in pursuit. Sprig vines will continue to grow so long as the spriggan that made them desires it. It is advised to vacate and rehome as soon as possible. Oh, look at that fucker in there. Looks so cozy. Subspecies of gnome with thick brownish gray fur, frog-like eyes, and large gaping mouths. They are known to seek out trash receptacles and burrow inside them for both food and shelter. Homeowners with trash gnomes often report the smell of rotten eggs, finding large clumps of fur throughout the house, tipped garbage cans, and loud crunching sounds at night. Trash gnomes are highly territorial once homed. While their bite is not fatal, it can often lead to inconvenient and painful circumstances such as the loss of a finger or nose, while attempting to discard trash or remove a trash bag from the receptacle. They are also capable of spreading deadly diseases to humans such as rabies or tetanus. This might just be a raccoon. To prevent a trash gnome from homing inside your trash, it is recommended to not let trash in the home be idle for more than a day or two. Fucking tell that to my roommates who won't take the damn garbage out, as their noses are highly sensitive to the smell. To remove a trash gnome permanently, it is highly advised to utilize HSH's pest removal services. Alright, you got a damn sprig tree. And I have absolute certainty about this. Reread unicorn fungi. Oh, all right. Robert.
Hey, I called last week about some noises in my house, and after following the instructions you sent me, they still seem to be happening. I already told you guys what was happening, but the short story is that every night I'm hearing clattering noises coming from the
that's
kitchen.
A hob.
In the morning, I usually check the kitchen for any signs of droppings or whatever.
You got yourself a common house hob.
Actually happening so I can get some sleep.
Please hold.
I don't believe there is a special kitchen variety of hob, but the common hob does clean dishes. And you come out at night, yeah. No false face, of course. You don't have to worry about that. Is there anything else? I mean, pipe hob. I guess it could be a pipe hob. You know what? I think it might be a pipe hob rather than a common hob. I feel like I assumed a pipe hob would probably be in the bathroom because of the hair that it eats, but I suppose there's no reason it couldn't also be in the kitchen. And we do hear the clattering of dishes there. Though the common hob does say it cleans dishes, quite explicitly, cleaning them in the process. Tendency to consume dust, dirt, and common sticky substances found on floors and dishes. Every night I'm hearing clattering noises coming from the kitchen. I'm honestly, despite the difference in sound, I'm feeling more confident with the common hob. Even though I'm pretty sure we've seen a common hob before, they're common. So why wouldn't we expect to see more? Now, hang on. Does the animation clean? No, they steal things. No, you listen, if it's not a common hob, it's another type of hob, and I apologize if I give you the wrong information, but you shouldn't have to worry too much. As long as it doesn't, metamorphose. Okay. When is the last time we had just like a normal thing going on? Oh. Sorry. Pamela?
Yes, hi. I recently purchased from your company one of your home security installation services, and not a week later, I'm still getting break-ins.
This is a false flower.
As I mentioned prior, someone has been breaking into the greenhouse and taunting us with their singing. They could be
yeah, of course they didn't go off. No one's breaking in.
No.
The flower's already there.
But no one in my family feels safe anymore. None of your stupid security alarms even went off.
Greenhouse singing. That's a false flower. For sure. I mean, it does say indoor potted plants, but they do be singing, so I don't know what else it would be. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in this one. Easy one. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 10 remaining. Maybe 5 in each of the last 2 days. I'm assuming it's to Flipper.
Hey, Flipper here. I've got 2 dumbbells that I bought from you that need a good spit shine. Know what I mean? These bells have got all kinds of grit, grime, grease. Can't even see my face in them when I'm deadlifting. Know what I mean? I'm looking at these bells right now here. I'm seeing spit, crud, and juice, and
Hey, who are you?
Oh no.
How did you get in? Hey, now easy there. Get away. Get away.
Flipper? What was that about? what was that squeaking? Was it a smart mouse? Oh, hello. Oh?
Hello, Supervisor Carroll here. I noticed that you've been experiencing regular, disruptive calls from a false caller with ulterior motives. I've seen to it that this false caller shall no longer be a blight upon me. Keep up the good work, employee.
Thank you. And also with you. You know, to be honest, it did not really occur to me. Oh, making the horrible sound again. Andy.
There's some kind of insect in my house, and I think it may have died. I saw this big, nasty thing fly in through the window.
I think
and
this
I haven't
might
been able to
be
find it
a
anywhere,
lamp
but
sprite.
I think maybe it electrocuted itself somewhere because I can smell this awful burning scent throughout the house. Can someone come find this thing and get it out of my house?
Please hold.
Double check the lamp sprite if I'm able to. Yeah, but I think that's what it is, right? I feel pretty confident because it would cause burning. Let me sort of look over some of these again, because it would cause the lamps to heat up and cause a burning smell, right? I don't remember what the night wisp is, to be totally honest with you. But I feel pretty good about a lamp sprite. Ooh.
It took my daughter. It took my daughter. She's gone. It wrapped its awful tendrils around her. And took her
Is
down
that
with it.
floor
I
roots?
saw it with my own eyes. Please, send help. The police won't do anything. Send help.
Please hold.
That might just be floor roots. In which case, it might be too late. Brown roots that grow upwards from the floor to wrap themselves around various objects or humans in their vicinity. Wrapped its awful tendrils around here and took her down with it. What else could this be? Not going to be a hob. Not going to be a dreamweaver, a fey feast. I don't think it should be a false artifact. They wouldn't see it happen, right? I mean, I'm surprised he saw it happen anyway, but not the horde. Yeah, I think that's going to be a floor root. Feeling good about that. Once again, not sure if you can do anything about it, but hey. What else we got? Aha! Making it hard on me. I was gonna not breathe until it happened.
It stole me. It stole me. I'm not me.
This is a mirror
anymore.
nymph. Easy.
It took me. It took me. I can't see myself anymore. I'm gone. Help me. Help get me back, please.
Please hold.
Gotta be a mirror nymph. Right? Commonly report not being able to recognize their own face. I think this is quite fair. I think this is a very clear one. Let's see if there's anything else. A body snatcher, a face stealer. Oh, howdy, Enigmas. This is Home Safety Hotline. It's a game in which you You're a hotline responder helping people with their little pests and emergencies, such as, bats, bed bugs, carbon monoxide, closet labyrinths, false beats, the horde. Typical stuff. And I think with this one, we've got ourselves a mirror nymph type situation. Let's go ahead, let her know about the mirror nymph. And we'll be all cool. Now what's coming up next? It's been a while since we had just like bees. How much is this game? I have to own this just on premise alone. It might be like, I think it's like $15. I think it's on sale right now because it just came out a few days ago, so it's probably like 10% off right now.
I think some homeless or drug
Ramona.
in my house because I keep finding used needles, cans, metal scrap, and other stuff.
This is a horde.
I have children in this house.
This is a horde.
This is a very serious.
Sorry, this is
hazard to their health.
the horde.
And before you say anything, yes, I already called the police, and they told me to call this number instead. So I assume that you will send over the proper authorities to deal with this matter promptly.
Don't you need to take that tone with me,
Please
Ramona.
hold.
Just double check. Rotten food, used syringes, rusty metal. Baby, you got a horde stewing. Easy. I've become a master at this game. I perfectly wield all information in our database. I have perfect and complete knowledge of all possible emergencies a homeowner might experience. Hobbs tremble in my wake.
Yeah, is there some kind of home security camera I can purchase from you guys? For the last few nights, we haven't gotten any sleep thanks to some punks
I think
outside
this
with
is a night
flashlights or
wisp,
something.
if I remember
Someone
correctly,
keeps
but I hope I can
flashing
double check.
bright lights through our windows at night, but I haven't been able to see who's doing it. I want to catch them on camera so I can finally bust these stupid teens for all they're worth.
Please hold.
Yeah, let me see if that's a night wisp situation. Okay, good. I can check. Oh yeah, bright floating lights. And they're talking, right? Well, maybe they are. Refrain from listening. Yeah, I think it's a night wisp. This is such a cool fucking idea. It's really, really well executed. And the dev does more stuff. They made a game called Night Signal that I played a little while back that has a similar kind of like, I was gonna say analog horror, even though this is very explicitly digital because it's a computer, but like, you know what I'm getting at, kind of that retro technology feel. But they do good stuff. I like them. Flashing these bright lights through our windows. It's got to be Night Wisp, right? What else would it be? He didn't say anything about them whispering promises of wealth and good fortune, but still feel like it's pretty likely. Yeah, you're a Night Wisp kind of situation. Music's good too. Even though sometimes it doesn't play no more, and I don't know why.
Hey, so I think I found
That's a portal. Don't do that, Patty.
I feel like maybe I should step through it. Yeah, I think I need to go inside. The wind feels so nice.
No, Patty.
Please hold.
Don't go through the portal. Classic portal type situation. They report a strong desire to enter. Patty. Didn't they teach you this in school? Not a raccoon. Similar, but it's a portal. I'm feeling better about this day so far, but I felt pretty good about yesterday too. Still missed a few. Yes.
This might, sound strange, but I think there's some kind of, squid or something in my bathroom. I went into the bathroom in the middle of the night
Tendricles.
last night, and I could see something slithering under near the sink with its, little tentacles or, tendrils or, whatever. But when I turned on the lights, nothing was there. I checked under the towel, under, that little soap thing and everything, but I know it's somewhere. It's too freaking big to have gone down the drain. Still gotta be hiding in here.
Please hold.
What could that be? My first thought was the soap sprite, which is I mean, it looks like it kind of has tentacles here, but I don't think that's quite what they mean. What's another? No, I don't think it's a toilet hop. This is a betentacled creature. Honestly, with the increase in horror set in the early 2000s, late 90s online, we need a term for it. I'd say being a subgenre of analog horror would make sense, but the title itself isn't accurate. I've thought about this a bit because analog horror itself is an elaboration on found footage, right? But it's interesting because the usual premise in found footage is that the footage that is found is home footage. It's handheld camera footage. Oh, soap. Hello, Damaris. Good to see you. Welcome in. We were just talking a little bit about analog horror and whether a distinctly digital setting like this qualifies. And I was thinking that, because the difference, I think, between found footage and the stuff that is often called analog horror is that analog horror includes a lot of, I guess you would say, edited or prepared media that isn't like traditional found footage, right? So a lot of commercial broadcasts, like Local 51. I can never remember if that's the right number, but you know what I'm talking about. All that stuff is actual, the footage that is found is actual recordings of TV programming. And similar for something like 58, God, I literally always get it wrong. Local 69, am I right, boys? Anyway. But even for something like the Monument Mythos, which I think is only, it's analog horror by virtue of, again, kind of referencing these older technologies. It, again, is you found the footage on VHS, yeah. But again, it wasn't shot even in some of the VHS movies, I'm trying to think. Because some of those are they're not traditional found footage, they're recordings of stuff. Actually, most of those are just traditional found footage now that I'm thinking about it. Anyways, point being, there is kind of a genre elaboration that isn't just it is, I think, what we call analog horror is really an elaboration on found footage that isn't limited to actual analog technology. It just relates to other media sources and how they have, It's related to like lost media, right? Creator of Mandela Catalog is such a talented dude and so young. I wonder if he's the same guy that did the Rolling Giant video. To be honest, I haven't watched Mandela Catalog. Honestly, what makes me because I don't consume like a lot of that stuff. What made me think about this is I was thinking about Skinamarink, which I think in a lot of ways, like Skinamarink, people called it like, oh, this is like analog horror breaking into mainstream theaters. And I mean, even though like, okay, mainstream success, I don't know, but people talked about that movie for sure. And the analog horrorness of it is definitely like, you know, a lot of retro technology and media is involved, a lot of visual artifacting that we associate with analog horror, and a visual style that is very found footage-esque, right? Because it's a lot of like, you know, stuff that looks like it was shot from a camera dropped on the ground, right? And all that like style stuff is true. But of course, there's no reason. Like I think if you look at a movie like Skinamarink and you say, okay, well, what footage was found? Who is shooting this footage, right? If you're asking those questions, it's kind of like you're asking the wrong questions. Who shot the footage? Well, the director did. It's not diegetically found footage. It's just styled after that stuff. Which is why I think analog horror is like, because like, you know, as a video game, this that we're playing right now, it's not like something like Inscription might be more traditionally like the found footage version of a video game, because the kind of like ARG elements of that are literally like, oh, you found this in the forest or whatever. Whereas this is less, it's sort of an encounter with media that is displaced in time in the way that found footage is, but is itself not found, if that makes sense. I don't know. Skinamarink's a pretty good movie. It sure did skin on my rink. You know what I'm saying? What do you think is going on here with this guy? I feel like it's the soap sprite, but I don't know what else it could be. Oh, the Backrooms guy is super young too, isn't he? I also haven't really looked into the Backrooms much, but I know like you're probably onto something if it inspires 1 million fucking carbon copies, right? None of these are very bathroom based. I mean, the Pipe Hob, that's a bathroom based entity, but really not a botentacled one, you know? Sprig Vines, I don't think you'd see it kind of run away. Toilet Hob, you know, same thing. Not very tentacled. Yeah, I think we've got a soap sprite. I'm comfortable saying that. There we go. Yeah. Anyways, I do like, I don't know a ton about analog horror. Oh, ooh, dude, I did it 100%. Look at that. I am kind of a sucker for found footage. I do really enjoy found footage, even if most of the time it's really bad. There's something really funny about like coming up with contrivances to justify that somebody is filming. Hey, that's almost my birthday. This address is no longer active. If you are receiving this email, it's because you have been emailed by this address before. The employee this address is registered to is no longer employed here at Home Safety Hotline. As of 4/30/1996, this address will be shut down and no longer able to send or receive email messages. If you need support from HSH, please email us at support@hsh.mail. Thank you. Home Safety Hotline support. They fucking got him. They breached the hole. I don't like the look of that at all. Got an achievement for clicking on this? Hold on. We need more vaporwave horror, to be honest. Something extra dimensional. While also being nostalgic in like an anemoia type way, like you found an old VHS from another dimension with a horror beyond our reality or timeline. That is pretty good. Hold on, what is that? Am I familiar with that? That sounds familiar. Oh, I see. Nostalgia for a time or place one has never known. Ooh. I mean, I think, like, that's an element, I think, that is going on with like, this type of media, right? That I think is very at home in analog horror. Like, vaporwave aesthetics aside, I think that's kind of what I'm getting at, is I keep wanting to say anomia. That's a different thing. Anemoia? Anemoia? I don't know how to pronounce that. But at any rate, you know, it's like, because found footage typically, a lot of found footage, even if it's like supernatural, the scary part is that like it's of this world. Like, oh, you found this and it's really real. It's like Blair Witch, right? Like, oh shit, that shit actually happened, and we have the relic, the evidence, the residues of what happened there. And we don't have the whole story. We just have these horrible visions of it. But something like this is similar to that, where you're getting, almost in like a magical realism sense, you're getting these little hints of a world out there that exists that is unlike our own, but our encounter with it is very mundane. Yeah. Oh, fresh hag hide. What the hell? It's only $777.99. Hate that I was born too early because I wanted to see those cool 80s, 90s cartoons. I mean, they're still out there. You can still watch them. Just watch out. They might be cursed. Oh, the channel showing like Freakazoid and Animaniacs. I mean, I don't know what the hell is on cable anymore. I think you can still get like Boomerang probably shows that stuff. But I mean, hey, you can just find that shit online. Part of the horror is that it can't be real, but there's proof of it right there on your screen. Yeah. There's I kind of hate to invoke Lovecraft just because it's so like cliche, but that's definitely part of it, right? Where it's like, this doesn't make sense. It does not reconcile with my coherent vision of the world, but it's right there. Man with a damn squid penis. Just as an example. Congratulations, your high accuracy rate has awarded you today's daily coupon. Oh, I bet there's a different one of these for every day, huh? If you get perfect. Today's daily coupon is for hag hide. Sourced cruelty-free from the parish and treated with our flower-scented formula, these are the best quality hag hides you'll find. This month only, we'll even throw in an iron wall mount free of charge. Let the whispers keep your bed the safe haven it should be. Sleep easier, sleep safer. To receive your discount, simply type the following code during your online checkout. Haglin for deals. I love that. He invented Eldritch Horror. He did he invent it, or was he a conduit? Maybe Eldritch Horror was out there all along. What, has this guy been here the whole time? Is he new? Who's this creature on my desktop? Y'all seen him before? I ain't seen this guy. Is there something else I can click on over here? Well, anyways, we can watch this. Great American Hikes. You can tell by the way that it is. Thunder Peak. Now you're thinking with polyps? Now we're talking. It's one of America's most dangerous yet rewarding hiking locations. In this guide, we'll show you how you can be best prepared for one of nature's most beautiful trails. You just came here? Well, you know. What supplies do we need? As with any hiking trail, you want to ensure you come prepared with supplies to help you meet the demanding physical trials ahead. Make sure to bring hiking boots, water bottle, iron sword, climbing gloves. These all make sense. Kind of silly to even say it, right? It's all pretty basic preparedness stuff, but you know, for newcomers. If you don't have access to all these materials, be sure to consult one of the Thunder Peak Park guides before embarking. The trail. Thunder Peak is a straightforward but steep trail consisting mostly of switchbacks leading through a natural cave and finally a short climb up to its pristine peak. Pace yourself as you progress. This both conserves energy and helps you appreciate the scenery around you. Yeah, also bring a gun. Be sure to stop and read the info. Hold on. Be sure to stop and read the info signs littered along the trail. What's behind the rocks? The Timpanogos cave system has been a favorite place for people to visit. As a result, caves have been equipped with electricity and are accessible for guided tours. Something. Features are often hidden. Follow the tracks and see if you can find wild airflow in the cracks. Okay. This seems perfectly normal. Maybe. When you see red and yellow lines, it means you are in a high rockfall area. Travel with caution. Once you've entered the quiet zone, remain completely silent. Do not make sound in the quiet zone. As you approach the cave entrance, remove your hiking boots. Again, we're all familiar with quiet zones, but just to be safe, you know, enter the cave. When inside the cave, move carefully and quietly. Do not stop. Follow the lights. Do not stray. If you hear this sound, stay still and unsheath your sword. Once you exit the cave, put on your boots and gloves for the final climb to the peak. You made it! Now enjoy the view. Beautiful. Ah, that seems lovely. You know, again, that's a lot of stuff that experienced hikers are probably familiar with, but it's good to remind ourselves. This guy is absolutely new, right? I did not do not recall seeing him. Move on to the next day. A day known as Saturday. I imagine we'll get a few more entries. And I assume this is like the second to last day. But I could be wrong. Seems like from what I could see, people spent maybe like 4 hours playing it.
Hark, employee. Lend thine ear once more. Supervisor Carroll here again. I've updated thy permissions to grant thee access to all relevant household hazard information. Continue thy labors, employee. Soon thy time in the soil arriveth.
Yo, my time in the soil arriveth. Autumn vines. Bed hag. You mean my wife? Sorry. Autumn vines are vines with orange or red leaves that are known to slowly grow over a house, frequently occurring during the fall. Homeowners with autumn vines often report feeling dizzy, lightheaded, or blissful. Yes? Brittany.
Some kind of animal has gotten into my cellar. I know it's down there because I can hear it flapping around sometimes when the house is quiet. Tell me, what to do to get rid of this thing? Because I think it's getting into all my Pinot Noirs.
This is a wine sprite. I was gonna say this might just be a bat, but this is a wine sprite, huh?
Probably getting loaded.
Your Pinots and Shards.
Please hold.
But while we have the chance, this might have unlocked all the rest of them, I think. Wow. The pheromones autumn vines release in the air, while not toxic, can often cause household accidents thanks to their blissful, dizzying effects. To remove autumn vines from a household, locate where the initial growth is coming from by inspecting the soil around the home for an extended red parent vine. Pull this vine out by the roots and burn it. Prevent autumn vine growth by making regular offerings of insects or meat substance to the ones beneath the soil. Oh, look at that bed hag. With her Ugg boots. Honestly, looks kind of snug. Oh. Okay. Bed hags are large humanoid creatures with an elderly woman-like appearance. They are known to dwell beneath beds, hammocks, and other suspended sleeping apparatus. Homeowners infested with bed hags will sometimes report croaking or wheezing sounds at night, or the feeling of a heavy weight on their chest at night. That's just a house cat. Bed hags are not dangerous to most healthy human adults. Speaking of, is that cat in here? Nah, he's out and about somewhere. I gave him some food on the last break. He's out having the time of his life. Full of vittles. Bed hags are not dangerous to most healthy human adults, but small children and humans suffering from breathing problems, such as asthma, may be adversely affected by their presence. Bed hags are known to steal the breath of their sleeping subjects at night, causing a shortness of breath and sometimes sleep paralysis. Bed hags can in fact be beneficial to a home, as their presence can frighten off other pests such as various insects or mice. In the cases where a bed hag is undesirable, it is advised to utilize HSH's pest removal service. We know the bed teeth. Don't tell me about no bed teeth. What about a dorcha? A dorcha, don't you know? Dorcha is the one who delivers. Yeah, you may have been wondering, Dorcha is the one who delivers. Homeowners experiencing Dorchas commonly report feelings of immense dread and the sensation of being followed or pursued. They may also experience visions of a great lurking shadow. I was looking at this in the inverse way. I was like, what's this bright thing with kind of red hairiness? Nah, dude. Other way. That's Dorcha. With his big old schnoz and hairy visage. Dorcha will deliver that which it seeks. There is no coming back from deliverance. Dorcha is otherwise harmless to humans it does not seek. To be sought by Dorcha. What if maybe it's Dorcha? To be sought by Dorcha is to be found by Dorcha. If you or a loved one are sought by Dorcha, it is advised to grieve and find peace through acceptance. I mean, good to know. Leprechaun? Look at that dude. What's he doing down there? You hear that? He said meow meow meow. Yow yow yow. Leprechauns are small humanoids covered in long brown hair that are known for consuming common household valuables such as jewelry, silverware, and other precious metals. In addition to being a household nuisance, leprechauns' appetite for precious metals can also cause long-term damage to heaters, furnaces, and other common appliances if they are not properly protected. Additionally, leprechauns can occasionally cause direct harm to humans in cases where homeowners have metallic medical implants, such as braces, crowns, or joint replacements. Oh my. This motherfucker tears your skin open and eats your fucking fake hip. Leprechauns will move on to other feeding grounds on their own once they run out of food, but more proactive means of removal require physical capture. If immediate removal is desired, it is recommended to utilize professional help via HSH's pest control services. There's a puka. Well, what's the neighbor's doorway, first off? Oh. Neighbors' doorways are door frame-like structures. They can often appear in basements or cellars. They are known to cause confusion if stepped through, as well as parallelism. Neighbors' doorways do not cause any direct harm to humans, but if stepped through, the resulting parallelism will often result in unwanted household activity, such as altered behavior or perceived missing memories in the human who comes through the other side. Neighbors' doorways are tricky to remove without accidentally putting one's body through them and potentially triggering the parallel activity. It is advised to utilize HSH's doorway removal services. One can prevent neighbors' doorways from occurring by practicing mindfulness and not letting one's mind wander towards wishing for alternate life paths. Well, that one has a lovely little lesson in it, even. Listen, this life is the one life you get. Don't have regrets. They will consume you. Puka? Look at Puka! Wait. Oh. Puka? Puka, what's wrong? All those regrets? Yeah, live life with no regrets. Sorry, I had a bit of a cough there. Pukas are shapeless creatures that commonly inhabit homes in the shape and likeness of a household pet. They are known for their tendency to replace common pets such as dogs or cats and live in their place to watch homeowners eat and sleep. Homeowners with pukas frequently report unusual or frightening pet behavior. Pukas are relatively harmless to humans, but the discarded bodies of household pets they leave behind can over time create other pest and disease hazards within the home. A foul smell signifies decay, and the discarded body should be found and removed immediately. I guess the 7TV emotes are bigger? You've heard of this before? Yeah? You ever been puka'd, Enigmas? Pukas can be discouraged to leave a home by not drawing attention to their activities. Pukas thrive on the attention they receive from frightened homeowners, so refrain from screaming or yelling when surprised by them and make attempts to ignore their presence whenever possible. Father, I require bull penis. There's a Hulu movie called Puka. I've heard of Puka shells. That'd be the same thing. Reanimations are any deceased remains of living creatures capable of moving on their own. Homeowners with reanimations commonly report foul smells, soil being trapped inside the home, and large holes in the ground appearing near or around the home. Reanimations are capable of spreading a wide variety of dangerous diseases and parasites deadly to humans, so close proximity or contact should be avoided at all costs. They are also commonly used to inflict direct violence against homeowners, and are incredibly adept at hiding and waiting for vulnerable moments. Heard tales of dogs gaining nourishment from watching their owners eat? What the hell? Bull penis? Yeah. Like a pizzle stick, right? I guess it's often a pig penis, but these are common dog treats. You ain't heard of this? Reanimation's pursuit is slow but relentless, so relocation is not necessary or advisable. It is advised to contact any friends, neighbors, or strangers the homeowner may have recently sighted and make peace or bargain. Or may have recently slighted. Finally, a good old Spriggan. Where's the Spriggan? I don't really see the Spriggan in here. Where's he at? Spriggans are small green humanoids with leaf-like coatings on their bodies. They are seen rarely in households and reside primarily inside trees. They are known to act violently upon homeowners when provoked, however. Homeowners affected by Spriggans commonly report rapid vine growth in and around their homes. We've seen those, the sprig vines, and the feeling that the trees are watching them. Spriggans are incredibly dangerous to humans when provoked, and physical contact with one will result in the growth of a sprig tree within the affected individual. It's a favorite anime of yours? I've heard of it, but I don't know it. I've hardly watched any anime in a long time. But I've been thinking about it because everyone's all into Frieren and Dungeon Meshi. They're the season favorites. So I've been thinking about checking them out. Spriggans cannot be persuaded to leave the home once provoked. However, one can take precautions to prevent provoking a Spriggan. Refrain from removing trees, flowers, or weeds on your property. Do not ever kill or hunt wildlife within view of your home. Do not eat any wild fruit or vegetable that may grow on your property. Considering making offers of water each night, left in a clean dish on your porch. Good advice, regardless of Spriggans. Oh yes, a troll. There he is. Wow. He's flabby. Quit stomping around. Trolls are giant 12-foot tall nocturnal creatures that normally are not seen in the home. However, during the winter, they will deflate their bodies. That explains why it looks the way he does, huh? In order to fit inside homes and steal warm materials, such as blankets or articles of clothing. Homeowners infested with a troll will frequently report missing clothes or claim to hear the shrill sounds of air escaping in the middle of the night. The original movie is directed by Otomo, the creator of Akira. Okay. I mean, that's a great sell already. You're really hooked from that. The show is pretty good, IMO, and I really like the manga, but neither is quite up to the same quality of the movie. That's fair. But I didn't realize that. That's good. Yeah, garbage day. I don't know if Billy's still here. Speaking of garbage day, trolls are very dangerous to humans when they are startled, thanks to their ability to inflate their bodies to their full height of 12 feet in a matter of seconds. Their skin, despite its flexibility, is incredibly durable and will smash through the ceilings of most homes when fully inflated, causing property damage and injury to anyone in the vicinity. Do not ever approach a troll. A lot of these would be good encounters for like a tabletop game, like a D&D type thing, because I'm just thinking like, oh, that's a much more interesting, instead of just like, what if a guy had a lot of HP and regenerated it? What if a guy could inflate his body to cause his impenetrable skin to crush those around him if in a small space? An active troll will leave by morning once it has secured its bounty. It is recommended to install repelling fixtures such as UV lights to prevent future break-ins. Yeah, a monster of the week type of thing. Oh god, there's the warlock. This is the guy I saw him drawing on stream. Warlock remnants are a residual presence often left behind by former warlocks, most commonly inhabiting older households, castles, or underground dwellings. Homeowners experiencing warlock remnants often report objects moving on their own, the sound of hostile warning whispers, or sighting bearded figures in reflective surfaces. Warlock remnants, while a hostile presence, are mere echoes of their former selves and are generally harmless. Their ability to manipulate small household objects can prove hazardous to less cautious homeowners, however. Homeowners can purge the remnant from their home with the use of a Seelie stone, but the journey to retrieve one is both long and perilous and not recommended. If a warlock remnant proves sufficiently hazardous or inconvenient, it is highly recommended for homeowners to simply relocate. I think that's all. Yeah. We have full knowledge of the world, baby. And you, I haven't forgotten about you, Brittany. Got yourself a wine sprite. Bunch of broken bottles on the floor. Oh yeah. That's a wine sprite. I'm positive. All right, do your worst. What else we got? Come on. Yeah, there we go.
So, I think something may have died inside my desk. It stinks to high heavens, and something is leaking out of it. I have to lock the door to my office since my kids are overly curious about the smell, so I need to know
this
what to
is
do about this
the
as soon
wood
as possible.
goo. What's it called again?
Please hold.
Wood secretions. Of course. Animals and human children away from secretions at all costs, as its foul odor will be interpreted as a sweet candy-like smell to them. You got a classic case of wood secretions, lady. I'm gonna be honest, my throat's kind of starting to hurt. Like, just a little bit. I don't know if I'm projecting too much. It's exerting my throat somehow. Because I want to stream tomorrow. I have work. Okay, what do you got? Howard.
I think there's someone watching me. Outside, something is moving around in the trees, and I can never get a good look at them, but I know they're out there. I've seen their eyes. I don't know who they are, but the police were no help.
Is that a
They
Spriggan?
just asked me stupid questions like if I mowed my lawn recently or if I ate fruit in public or something, and told me to call you.
Sounds like a
Be more
Spriggan.
helpful.
Please hold.
What I was going to say is that I'm not going to stream tomorrow because I have work, but I'd like to stream Sunday. But we'll see how I'm feeling. Yeah, I think that's a Spriggan. Refrain from removing trees, flowers, or weeds on your property. Don't eat any wild fruit or vegetable that may grow on your property. I think this is a case of a Spriggan. Who's next? Who's next? What if the last one we get is just like bees? What if it's somebody who's like really panicking? They're like, oh God, I hear this horrible sound, and if I go outside, I get these awful welts and a terrible stinging sensation. It's some kind of awful demon. It's like, bitch, you got bees.
My brother told me to call this number, but I don't know why. Things have never been better around here.
This is autumn vines.
The way the leaves move, the way they grow.
The
around
leaves
the
growing
house
around the house like a warm embrace.
Things are good here, brother. Things are good. Would you
Things
tell my
are good
brother
here,
that things
brother.
are good?
Please hold.
Yeah, that's an autumn vines for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Still feeling pretty good about this. Who's next? I'm here to take all your calls. I could do this all day. And in fact, I guess I am doing it all day. It's my job.
Hi. Do you know how I got here?
This
I'm
seems
not
like a
where
case
I
of
should be.
parallelism.
Please, I was told that you could help me. My family. They aren't my family. I don't know what's happened. Please tell me how to get back to my family.
Please hold.
Because I have to assume it is. What is that, the neighbor's door? Unwanted household activity, perceived missing memories. At least I'd assume that's what it is. What else might it be? Is there anything that like replaces people? Not to my recollection. It's not the Dorcha. Though I have to wonder if the Dorcha's coming for me on this job, but who's to say? I think neighbor's doorway, emblematic symptom of experiencing parallelism. Simple as. That was a quick one. You know what? It could have been carpenter ants.
Yeah, there's this awful smell of rotten eggs coming from my dining room, and when I looked to see what it was, I saw this awful, disgusting pile
You've
of
got
crap
yourself
on
a
my
fey
dinner table.
feast.
It's quite big too, which has me worried that whatever produced this might still be in the house. Because who knows how big this thing is? I mean, my dog can't even lay down something that big.
Please hold.
Yeah, I think that's a fey feast for sure. Let me double check. Mid to large sized. Piles of various edible food substances, frequently including flour, cornmeal. It doesn't really say anything about it being stinky. But it is on the dinner table. Anything else it could be? Anything stinky out there? Sure ain't a night gnome, I tell you that much. Seedlings are in the garden, right? I'm gonna have to say you got yourself a Fae feast. She had mentioned having a dog. What you thinking, Damaris? What do you think the dog is related to? I guess you probably haven't seen a lot of these if you came in late. Oh, like the puka? I don't think the puka leaves a whole bunch of slop though, you know? Given their place to watch homeowners eat and sleep. Scarred bodies of household pets. I'm feeling, because it was on the dinner table, I'm feeling Fae Feast. I feel confident about this. Although this dog is pretty intriguing, huh? You know, they're pretty much what they sound like. Bed bugs, black mold, lamp sprite, toilet hob. Pretty self-explanatory, I think.
Hey, yeah, Ball here. I'm not sure what to do anymore. My kids can't sleep at night. I've been spraying about 50 different kinds of pesticides all over the place, washed and scrubbed all the bed sheets as much as frickin' possible, and every night it's the same story. Bunch of itchy kids with nightmares waking up at 4 a.m. and begging to sleep in Papa's bed. I'm fresh out of ideas.
Please hold.
I mean, that could just be bed bugs. But what else might be going on? I mean, there's also the bed teeth. There's also nightmares. What do you think could cause nightmares? Do dreamweavers make you itchy? No. Shouldn't be a false artifact. What does the leprechaun do? The leprechaun eats metal. A night gnome, pipe growth, pipe hob, puka portal. I think it's just bed bugs. Even though, I don't know, you've been using a bunch of pesticides, but like, it can be hard to get rid of bed bugs, man. You just got to burn the house down. Seedlings, I think, are usually in, let me double check. They're known for burrowing in outdoor planters or gardens. Yeah, that's an outdoor kind of situation. About a soap sprite? Diatomaceous earth? That's a good move. What else could it be? I guess I'll just say bed bugs? Because it feels like nightmares should be relevant, but man, like, kids just be having nightmares, you know? Fear, eye discoloration, seeds taking root in skin pores. I don't know. Oh, it dehydrates the bed bugs to death. Yeah, tell your kids to sleep in a big bag of diatomaceous earth. I think that'll work great. There's got to be something else, not a bed hag. Although, hang on. Okay. Oh my god. Sometimes report croaking or wheezing sounds. Okay, there's not really itchiness associated with that. I don't see anything about nightmares there. I was going to say bed bugs, man. I know it might be disappointing. Might not be a very satisfying answer, but I think that's what's going on. I hope he doesn't call back to let me know his children have evolved into horrid beasts in a moment, but I guess it's possible. Charles.
Okay, you want to explain to me what the hell is happening? I called last week to ask why my home heater has been having issues, and nothing's changed after following the instructions you sent me.
This seems like a leprechaun to me.
But Daddy's on the phone right now. Anyway,
He's fucking with the heater, eating the kids' braces.
so tell me what the hell is happening right now so I can get this fixed properly.
Off to Never Land. I think you're a leprechaun. Where the hell is L? Heaters, furnaces, common appliances, medical implants such as braces, crowns, or joint replaces. You've got a leprechaun, man. Like from the movie Leprechaun. Don't be stupid. Just a leprechaun. Here's that the fucker after me Lucky Charms. How's that? That was pretty good, right? All right. All right. What now? What now? Edward.
Pranksters might be giving my wife and I a run for our money.
That's a troll.
Lately, my wife's clothes have started going.
You've got yourself a troll, sir.
I keep hearing this strange whoopee cushion type sound coming from outside. I tried to scare the kids off by keeping the porch lights on at night and putting out a neighborhood watch sign, but I think there are
Yeah, that's a troll. Or
Do you have
insistent burglar
advice you can send me?
with a gastrointestinal problem. But I think you've got yourself a troll, sir.
Please hold.
Because it does say you can keep them out with UV lights. But I assume regular porch lights ain't going to do the trick. Yeah, you got yourself a troll, sir. I suggest you keep an eye on your wife. I don't know what that means. I guess he's already doing that on account of the troll. Sheila?
So, I saw your commercial and I thought I would call just in case you might know what's going on. I was recently putting on
Tea
the
Sprite.
kettle for a bit of afternoon Earl Grey when I heard this awful buzzing sound coming from the cupboard. I looked around inside, but I couldn't find
Yeah, it's a
anything
tea
but
Sprite.
few loose tea leaves.
Gotta be.
I'm quite concerned about the hornets and the bees and the like because I'm quite allergic to their stings, you know. So I just wanted to know if there's anything I should be worried about right now. My hearing isn't what it used to be, after all.
Please hold.
Tea Sprite. Oh. Well, I'm pretty confident anyway. What else would be getting into your tea, lady? If not a tea Sprite. Not to be confused with Sprite tea, which is a delicious infusion of Earl Grey and lemon lime soda. Okay.
Hi, we need some medical help. I'm not exactly sure what to say since I talked to our family practitioner already, but he said to call here, so
Bed hag.
we've been having some trouble sleeping. I thought it was just me, but both my husband and I started feeling shortness of breath around the same time. I'm worried about something spreading through our house since our kids all have asthma.
That's a bed hag, all right.
Particularly severe allergies.
I know a bed hag when I see one.
Bed sheets in the house, but that didn't really help much. Thankfully, the kids haven't had any issues yet, so could you help us out sooner rather
Is that a common combination of beverages? Yeah, you never had Sprite tea?
Please hold.
You gotta steep it for a long time. Make sure all the tannins come out. You should try it sometime. Let's see. You have a bed hag. All right, we don't got nothing. But you got a bed hag for sure. I'm positive. Still don't have our info back. All right, that's fine. We don't need it. I'm a genius. All this knowledge is intimately crept into the crevices of my mind. Carla.
So, I've been hearing this weird sound coming from the walls. Not exactly sure what it is, but I've been having a hard time sleeping at night because of this.
Oh, I think that's the whistling fungus.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
It's been non-stop lately. I've replaced
Recognize. Never thought I'd hear it myself, but girl, you got to get out of there.
figure out where the sound is coming from.
Sounds like a
Please hold.
2-3 part harmony already. Even a counterpoint in the melody. You don't want to be dealing with that. Oh yeah. You know, you still have time to get out safely, but it could get pretty bad pretty quick. Look at this little freak. I hate the way he's sneaking around.
Hello? Can you help me?
Terrible smell.
There's a terrible smell in my house, and I can't figure out where on earth it's
now
coming
this is a
from.
puka.
I think it's
Weird
upsetting my
dog.
puppy Meatball too. He's
Dog acting weird.
really been acting up lately.
And
I
a
can hardly blame
terrible
him.
rotten smell.
It smells so terribly rotten.
Yeah.
Please, can you help?
I'm sorry, but that's not your dog, lady.
Please hold.
Discarded bodies of household pets they can leave behind. Foul smell signifies decay. Yep. Very sorry to hear about your dog, but you've got a level 3 puka situation going on, Rachel. Also, you spell your name with an A in there. I don't necessarily respect that. So, if you would kindly just get a move on, we can get on with our day. Yellow. Flipper! I thought you couldn't call here anymore. Flipper's a fucking smart mouse. I know it. I fucking know it. Casey, this is your game. Yo, and I got 100%. Good to see you. I think we're getting right near the end of it, too. I'll probably finish up right after that. Okay. That's, yeah. It's a little bit alarming. Your performance review is ongoing. Oh, geez. Listen, I've gotten double perfect days. Happy to report that we are most pleased with your labors and are currently making all the necessary preparations for your impending dissension, assuming you pass the trial. The soil is fertile. Keep up the great work, and thanks for working through the weekend. Yeah, this is a real prepare thy body situation. Your high accuracy rate has awarded you, man, let me try that again. Your high accuracy rate has awarded you today's daily coupon. Today's daily coupon is for Glamourstone. Not to be confused with a J.O. crystal. Wham glam, thank you, ma'am. All right, that's pretty good. Whether you're simply too tired to concentrate, if you just want to look your best without the stress, our Glamour Stones are here to put you at ease with our patented protective seal. Our Glamour Stones have a 99.9% reliability rating. Beautiful. Now, we do have this, and I realize I've taken a lot of little breaks. You're not going to believe this. I got to pee again. So I'm going to go quickly to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And then I think we're just going to finish up this game. I think we're right at the end. So don't go nowhere. All right. It occurs to me now that I'm back. I assume this is just a way to browse the entries. Yeah, that makes sense. And there's a lot of them, huh? So I guess we are at the end if we unlocked the encyclopedia, the Piclopedia. Well, nothing to do but I guess enter the soil. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back to you as well. Oh. Looking a little grody. Seems like it's not doing too hot. Oh. Okay. Oh. We are many, we are above. We are followers of our queen. What are we? You are bees.
Please hold.
You are fucking bees. Oh, Jesus Christ. Showcase thy knowledge? I know everything. Fucking test me. Hello? I am not living, yet I clatter. I am small, I am weak, I serve my purpose. Then I die.
Please hold.
What am I? Can I not look? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I serve my purpose, then I die. I am not living, yet I clatter. What is something here that is not living and is small and weak? Hobbs are alive, I have to assume. Serve my purpose, then I die. I am not sure. I think you might be an animation. Or maybe it's a reanimation. Because those do have a purpose and then they die, right? Ooh, think so too? For which one? An animation or a reanimation? We got a chat delay and my damn brain's in a tizzy. Malagueña, 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 Malagueña. I need your input, Damaris. Which one are you thinking? I need help. I need a second opinion. Animation? Because that's clattering, right? They're like marionettes and shit. I think, yeah. Go for it. Okay. I don't know if that was right. You're right, and they did mention small. I am the beggar. I am the encroacher of the dry. I am friend to the water of the sky. You must be a rain nymph.
Please hold.
That would like to come inside. I don't need to scroll down because he selects it from here. This one, absolutely. No question. No question at all. Press on, employee. Warning. I am the harbinger of death. I am the bringer of pestilence. I am forever the nuisance. What am I?
Please hold.
A little dramatic to start with, but I feel like it's forever the nuisance. I was gonna say you're Dorcha, but I think this is more simple. I think this is just like cockroaches or something. Oh no, you're flies. The harbinger of death. You are the housefly. That's right. That's right. And boy, are they a nuisance. Okay. Rejoice? Does that mean I'm doing good? I seek the domains of those who have too much. Step within and they lose their way.
Please hold.
So there's a few here. There's the portal. So I think neighbor's door is more relevant. But didn't the cellar's grotto? Ah, shit. I'm trying to think of one because it's step within, or those who have too much. There's one that like wants to take all your shit, right? Is it the cellar grotto? Because you have to go and give them a gift of gold to get rid of the cellar grotto. I remember that. None of these false things. Because I don't think the neighbor's doorway... maybe it's the neighbor's doorway? Seek the domains of those who have too much? I mean... Because the lose their way thing, that's very neighbor's doorway-ish. And I don't think the portal really does that. Neighbor's doorway seems more apt to me. So I'm just going to say that. And once again, I keep clicking on it over there, even though I have to select it here again. Fingers crossed! Expand thy mind. I don't know if there's like a punishment for getting them wrong on this. I assume if I get them wrong, they'll reject me. I don't get to enter the soil. Okay. Brother, I'm expanding. You best believe it. Companions of the gardens, we compel those who tread to tread no longer. I think this is a Spriggan. Companions of the gardens, we compel those who tread to tread no longer.
Hold.
Seems like a Spriggan to me. If you mess up your lawn, any plants, they're going to make sure you stop, right? Because I don't think it's any of the gnomes. Like, the travel gnome is the only one that kind of, like, makes a garden. Spriggan. Let go thy stilted soul. I'm always saying this. All right, who's next? Come on, come on, keep him coming. I can take him. I can take all comers. And I say that all the time. What the hell? I am the dancer. I am the bringer of destruction. I consume the weak and the reckless. I am the forsaken oil and the careless light. What am I? I don't know what the fuck you are, man.
Please hold.
I am the dancer, I am the bringer of destruction? The forsaken oil and the careless light. It might just be a night wisp? Because of light, and I feel like it said something about like it leaves a slimy residue, maybe? That doesn't sound right, but a lot of these do. Just like, yeah, it also leaves a little bit of oil, a little bit of slime. Ah, geez, I'm not sure. I consume the weak and the reckless. And yeah, because the night wisp is trying to get you to come outside, right? Yeah, with like promises of fortune. I think that's what it is. I'm descending, baby. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. I'm also looking at my Gnort situation. We have like a mesa going on. I am the seeker. I'm the one who delivers. What am I? That's Dorcha, man. That one's easy.
Hold.
Easiest question of my goddamn life. That's Dorcha. Once again, don't need to click on it there. I will never learn. That one didn't do like a brr, which means, is that the only one I've gotten right so far? Oh.
Hello. Supervisor Carroll here. We've been watching you closely. For all this time, you have been providing excellent and accurate answers.
Yo, I'm getting promoted.
These acts will not go unrewarded. And I'm pleased to report that you have qualified for a promotion. Please stand by while I prepare thy promotion. Promotion in progress. Please stand by.
Damn, Carol, I like your makeover. Mulch gang. Carol?
Please,
For free?
not afraid. Come close.
Is that my crown, Carol? Carol, have I been promoted to the soil? To the earth? To the rot which yet lives?
Congratulations. All hail our new junior supervisor.
Yo! What? Oh my god. Oh, Courtney King Lives is Supervisor Carroll. I assume that's like his partner, the dev's partner. This rules, by the way. I don't know what to say. I don't know what language this is, if it is a language. It sounds like Latin or Italian. Probably Latin. That's a spookier language than Italian, but Italian's pretty spooky too. I can't believe I became junior supervisor. Holy shit. You think Gaelic? Human sacrifice? Well, I got promoted. I'm junior supervisor. Although, what's the difference, right? Entering upper management versus human sacrifice, same thing, right? Is there anything new on the old desktop? Oh, nice. Oh, sick, and there's an art book. Yeah, exactly. You sacrifice your soul for management. He did this for Night Signal too. So let's check this out. So the art book for Night Signal included I can't remember, The Dark Eye. It was talking about how visually it was inspired by that game, which is why I then played it on stream, because I went and found it and it was easy to get a hold of. So I really like little dev books here. I'm Nick Lives, or Lives, still don't know, the creator of Home Safety Hotline. If you're here reading this, it hopefully means you are invested enough in this game to be curious about its development. If so, you've come to the right place. This is a peek into the game's art development process and all the human messiness that entails. I hope you enjoy this thorough and admittedly indulgent look into what went into making Home Safety Hotline the game it is right now. Oh, fuck yeah. Now that's some real artwork. When I was maybe 10 or 12 years old, my grandmother gifted me a Dungeons & Dragons monster manual she picked up from a thrift store. Immediately, I fell in love with this book despite having no idea what its purpose was. I would scour its pages constantly, learning everything I could about its many, many imaginative creatures. Since I started developing games, I very much wanted to make a game about the pure joy I experienced flipping through a bestiary. Many games have featured in-game bestiaries, but rarely is it important to actually read through them in much detail. It all makes perfect sense. I love this guy, by the way. The game aptly titled Bestiary, a fantasy game in which you would play as a researcher testing the dead bodies of monster corpses with various magical implements in an attempt to write an accurate bestiary entry for them, noting properties as you went. Never made it past the conceptual stage. Wasn't fully happy with the direction. It was rather art-heavy, seemed too generic, and felt little like the activity that inspired it. It's a cool idea, though. Yo. Skip ahead a while, and my wife and I wind up both getting jobs as actors at a local fantasy theme park called Evermore Park, in which she played a playful fairy, and I voiced and puppeteered this big monster called the Fae King. That the Fae King? That fucking rules. The park gave a lot of improvisational freedom to its actors, and my wife and I both wound up really stretching some creative muscles while we were there. Every day we'd be crafting up stories on the spot for guests and improvising scenes with other actors. Eventually many quit or were let go, but the park left a substantial creative void within many of the people who worked there. Oh, that's very cool. Fungool. Oh. That's right. You don't want to confuse the Fungool and the Fungool. Wrote up a new design document entitled 1-800-Bestiary. A game about answering calls for a hotline that prescribes solutions to various kinds of monster infestations. Well, there you go. With the caller angle, I'd be able to wrangle a bunch of actor friends into this fun and quick project, and maybe we'd all get a chance to recreate some of that creative spark. Remained on the back burner. And there's the analog horror, baby. Just like we were talking about. Released a horror game called Night Signal, which we were talking about, that I'd been trying to finish for the past few years. While the game didn't perform great financially, it sure seemed to resonate with those in YouTube's comment sections. Because I'm a weak human who craves validation, you and me both, baby. Naturally, I'd read each and every comment as it came in. I'd see some people say Night Signal reminded them of something called analog horror. I gave into curiosity and started going down this analog horror rabbit hole. Once again, I immediately fell in love. Here was this incredibly fascinating subgenre of horror that oozed with creativity in its secondhand approach to storytelling, all while being wrapped in an instantly recognizable and nostalgic aesthetic. And that's what we were talking about, right? It's less the actual media, like the actual format, so much as it is the nostalgia. Gemini Home Entertainment. You know, I actually don't think I've watched that one. I know it's huge, though. More subdued approach in presenting its horror so matter-of-factly buried inside. Oh, I've seen some of them now that I think about it. Yeah. Tube Creature, you say. During my newfound love affair with analog horror, it occurred to me at some point that the genre would be a perfect match for 1-800-Bestiary's gameplay concept, and right away, I revived the pitch and started on crafting a working prototype. Settled quick on a Windows 95 inspired interface, since analog horror was frequently channeling 90s era media formats, and it felt like the only natural digital equivalent. There you go. The working title was Lunar Archives. This time the idea was that the aliens monsters could be from anywhere in the world, since that opened the largest number of creative possibilities. Struggled to come up with interesting monsters in such a broad setting, however, and it didn't really feel scary yet to read about a monster that lives nowhere near me. It lives in your house. The bestiary's entries increasingly felt like they needed to be more personal to be scary. So I decided the monsters should all be things that live in your house. Out of curiosity, I asked my wife one day if she knew of any folklore about monsters that live in her house. In your house, the answer was goblins. Oh, hell, yeah. Fuck yeah. Some weird gobbos in the new, more fitting title idea. Analog horror meets Papers, Please. It's an interesting sort of angle on it. Gobbing around, baby. Good view of the hob there, the common house hob. As soon as I started reading up on house goblin folklore, I instantly felt like a kid again, and monster ideas just started flowing out. The first monster design I did was this first hob photo. I dove right into Photoshop and started painting my interpretation of a little goblin into a photograph of a living room, Trevor Henderson style. That's, that is a huge influence, huh? Just creating fun little freak monsters. Gave him little troll doll style tufts and some simple slits for eyes, trying to evoke a Guillermo del Toro-esque spirit of grounded, scary, but whimsical. I think you nailed it. After drawing my first hob, I got a little carried away in my sketchbook, dreaming up different varieties of these weird little guys and detailing how they would function. Different hair and false faces would denote different species and bring them closer in line with the big-nosed goblin designs everyone is familiar with. All the different hair types, skin sheds. Okay, so the false face is literally like a human face it grows. I see. Oh yeah, I love the gnome. Didn't take long for me to go deep diving into Wikipedia to discover even more stories of Fae and begin interpreting them under the lens of my newfound design ethos, treating each creature as though it were simply some kind of bizarre animal. I love this gnome design and how it's an outgrowth of the hob design. It's just a fucked up pointy-headed hob. Wow, I cannot talk. The idea for the inflatable trolls came from a mix between the folklore of trolls and spriggans, where spriggans were said to be small creatures that could grow to enormous size. When I read this, it made me think of pufferfish, and I laughed as I tried to picture what such a creature would look like when deflated. I gave this ability to the trolls because folklore usually portrayed them as too big to enter people's homes, and spriggans felt like they had plenty of distinctive qualities already. The singing shrooms. I'm not going to say anything about this guy. Why do I do this to myself? When drawing monsters, frequently I would find myself having to paint the entire monster in order to get certain poses to feel accurate before erasing parts of them later to hide them behind some furniture or blurring them to oblivion. Then, of course, they would be crushed into tiny pixels by the end anyway. Less is more after all, but I still had to draw them more to get there. I can feel that. Oh my God. I'm scared by a lot of stupid, silly things. As such, both humor and horror can feel like one and the same sometimes. I'm telling you all this all the time. Horror and comedy are the same thing. Okay, so the puka is based on a real thing. Stories of the puka who pretends to be a horse just to buck people around to scare them for a laugh. I thought of what the indoor modern equivalent might be and immediately thought of those viral photos of tiny dogs creepily staring at their owners. That is just one of those faces, huh? This is the result, and it might be my proudest artistic achievement. Oh, that's really good. The gnome problem. These gnomes in particular may have suffered the most from the reduction in image fidelity when compared to their paintings, so here they are in all their higher definition glory. Check them out. Check out them little guys. I am checking them out. They are good little guys. Oh, I could not see the Spriggan. No one has found the Spriggan. I consider this a failure as my part as a designer, but instead I left it as is in the final product. Make of this what you will. Huh. Oh, yeah, baby. Painted in far more detail before blowing him to hell and back. Here he is in all his wrinkly, deflated glory for your viewing pleasure. That's just, yeah, that is a bloodhound. That is a floppy dog. Bogging around. The boggart is maybe the most traditionally spooky creature I've designed for HSH, with his uncanny human-like face and long, slender figure. After reading into boggart lore and finding out they are sort of the forefathers of our modern-day boogeyman, it seemed only fitting to make the boggart more traditionally ghoulish. Oh. I did say this might be a raccoon. The trash gnome was inspired by a fan suggestion described as Oscar the Grouch, but worse. The thought of a muppety creature with a large mouth that lives in trash was too entertaining to pass up. Took a photo of a raccoon and rearranged the eyes and head to create our scruffy little friend here. I love that. That's very good. Self-writing entries. To source photographs for entries, I would browse free-use CCO photography libraries that Creative Commons, I'm not sure what that is, that looked like they would be perfect for photoshopping a monster within, but on occasion I would stumble upon a photograph that was so intriguing on its own, I would be inspired to write an entry for it as is. This photo, for example, by Tasha Komrovsky, was immediately captivating and inspired the Mirror Nymph entry on its own. I changed the skin tone to up the creep factor slightly, but the photo is otherwise unaltered. Well, that's very cool. Making people question ordinary objects in their home is both quite funny and quite creepy, and that's something these fan-suggested entries, Soap Sprite and Laundry Gnome, exhibit pretty well. It was kind of hard for me to make out the Laundry Gnome, but yeah, there's a little hand. Sprightly little fellows. Designed for sprites. Was intended to be a mix. I didn't catch, yeah, there's his proboscis. In general, I am frightened of most flying insects, and so I wanted the idea of having a little fairy in your home to give people like me the shivers. The Warlock Remnant is in fact an edited photograph of me wearing a Halloween mask from my childhood, along with a cheap vampire costume I had from past Halloweens. Felt cute, might delete later. That's very good. I'm going to have to go back and get all the exclusive deals. The concept of coupons came about after I received feedback from demo players asking for more motivation for playing the game well, since playing the game poorly would net you more interesting content in the form of the consequence calls. That's true. That's the other angle. I should go back and hear the wrong ones. Thought that pointless employee discounts for products offered by HSH would make for funny yet lore-heavy content for high-scoring incentives, and based the look of the product images off of 90s infomercial ads. And you nailed it. A ratty end. Oh, I didn't realize there was a game end. Okay. Game over ending was much simpler and to the point, with Carol firing the player and wiping their memory before sending them on their way. After the promotion ending was written, it was decided to come up with something a little more whimsical for the game over to better suit the world of HSH. Inspired by Roald Dahl's The Witches, we came up with the idea that Carol should turn the player into a mouse. Oh, it all makes sense. The smart mouse, the smart mice, the squeaking in that call. Oh, it all comes together. I just didn't see that ending. On the morning of the shoot, I molded these props from air drying clay, painted them with acrylic paint, then hastily glued some faux craft store fur onto them. David then held these in front of the camera while I filmed the ending on my living room floor. Oh man, I need to see that. Originally, the player received their promotion at the end of their shift on Saturday, but it felt a bit too abrupt to go from an otherwise normal workday to the game's fantastical ending in the span of a single call. After a bit of brainstorming, we wound up coming up with a dedicated final trial day, where you would be called by cryptic cloaked callers, testing your knowledge with riddles, all without having access to your database of information. I like seeing these guys. Mole, hag. I wonder actually if, like, the answers corresponded to the actual thing under the hood. I didn't really notice because it was hard to make them out. Oh, these are great storyboards. When the game's ending was written in order for music to be composed for it early on, this crude animated storyboard, or animatic, was created in order to dictate the pacing and structure of the ending so music could be written for it. Serve as a guide for the pacing of the actual shot, with David shouting out the appropriate cues. Yo, the crown. Motion crown was a unique prop I hot glued together out of various craft store materials, including a small wreath, little curvy sticks, these are some good sticks, solid shape, satisfying, fake mushrooms. Given the player is only getting their first promotion, the materials involved are all more crude and common than the more lavish crown that Faye Carroll wears. Creativity is my favorite thing about being human. Brother, so true. And I love seeing this dev is so good even, great and good. Because I love they put these art books in there. They talk about their inspirations and the design process. Like, I love wearing all that on your sleeve, and just, it's so cool. I love it. In addition to playing the role of Carol, Courtney also designed the final makeup and costume look for Faye Carroll in the game's ending cutscene, depicting Carol in her truer, more ancient form. In her own words, I want to look like a proper swamp witch. Amazing. It looks so fucking good. Yo, and I got an achievement for reading through the art book. Also pieced together by Courtney herself, utilizing stressed netting, faux moss, a stressed black skirt, and finally topping it all off with a crown fashioned from faux twigs and leaves. I love it so much. This game rules. And I'm really, really excited to see, I mean, I don't, like, listen, there's a Discord here. I'm actually already in it. I don't check it that often because I'm in too many damn Discords, you know. But hey, I don't know if you can access it without, like, getting the game. I think Night Signal might be free, actually. But, like, follow Night Signal Entertainment. Follow Nick Lives. Fucking rules. I love this game, dude. I kind of fell in love with the demo, and this really, really lived up to it. But now we must go. There's 2 more achievements. Complete the game with 100% accuracy, and then a hidden one that I have to assume is like the game over ending. That rules. That was an awesome game. That was very, very fun. Thank you for playing this game and sharing it with us. It was, thank you for coming, y'all. Like I said, check out this dev. I love the creativity, and I love showing the process. So cool. So cool. And I think, let me find. Oh, we can pull the Gnorps up while I find someone to raid. Dev gonna get it. Please, yeah, support this dev. Very cool. I think Meat played the demo back during that Next Fest too. I don't know if she's gonna play the full version, but I've seen lots of people playing it. It's been, the fuck, that's my own stream. I don't want to look at that. I'm happy to see how much attention it's been getting. But with that,